In spite of the risks, something drives us to turn ourselves into bits of data. We like the idea, and the more of ourselves we put into these machines, they begin to feel like a vital organ. Here's a place people come to try to rescue their data from computers when they think all is lost. It's ER for PCs.
It sounds to me that you have not done anything wrong. You haven't done anything to make the situation worse. Just because you can't access the drive through normal conventional means does not mean that the data is gone forever.
Nikki's former job was to talk people out of killing themselves. She finds this skill comes in handy here.
People talk about it as if they're losing a pet, losing a limb, losing a member of the family.
So they experience a kind of grief.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there are people who have watched their homes go up in flames without giving a thought to the computers inside. Not everyone can generate high pathos as they recall the loss of their hard drives, but some can. This is where Judy and Gary Clifford used to live. Unfortunately, in about 20 minutes last year, the place burned down, and the first thing Judy thought of after she ran out of the house while it was in flames was that she'd left her computer behind with all its precious data on it.
All my records, database, were all on disk. Everything was backed up, but they were on backup disks in the same house. Why weren't those backups someplace else?
We had a lot of paper goods that were in metal file cabinets that were still salvageable, but the computers I looked at and I just said, man, that's both of our lives gone.
It's a horrifying sight, a charbroiled Mac. Tragedies that involve other people's computers may seem as difficult to empathize with as tragedies that involve other people's pet goldfish. But Nikki understands.
Many times when customers are in crisis, they're projecting forward. They're thinking, you know, I've just lost all the information on my hard drive. It's for my biggest client ever. I'm going to lose my job. I'll never be able to work in this town again. I'm going to end up homeless and on the street. That's the mentality. So my job is to reel them back into the present tense.
The aura of confidence that they would recover our information was remarkable to me. When you look at those computers, it's just, there was no way anything was going to come back, and I just pretty much had written everything off.
What happened next gives you an idea of just how hard it is to get rid of information stored inside of a computer. The machines were whisked into ER. Their plastic cases were cut away. Their hard drives were extracted. Computers aren't like people. No matter how hard they try, they find it impossible to forget.
And they turned on and they showed me the menu. They showed me all the names of everything, all the business forms, and a few of the flyers that were saved and some of the invoicing that was saved. And that was so wonderful because everything was visual right away.
How long did it take you to get the data back for them?
Just a couple days.
And when you gave them back the data, what was the response?
They were ecstatic. They were ecstatic. I mean, literally jumping up and down and clapping with joy.
Do you believe that this was saved? I actually felt blessed. And I felt like there was a crisis, but the fact that something was saved gave me hope that maybe I was really a good person and that I should and must continue the work in my life.